So you went from the iPhone 13 Pro Max to the Samsung Z Flip 5. Did you upgrade? No, but you also didn't downgrade. Well, you downgraded two things. You downgraded the cameras and the battery life. But what did you upgrade? Nothing. It's kind of like the same phone. I mean, not really, but hear me out. Both have wireless charging. Both are going to last like 4 years. Both have like the same strength processor. Both have 5G. One just folds in half, that's really it. And one just has more features. The Z Flip 5, you have that reverse wireless charging and all that cool stuff. So, I mean, the build quality is also better on the Z Flip 5. My friend owns this phone and I've held it compared to the 13 Pro Max. Other than that, nothing really got a major upgrade or a major downgrade. Yeah. Here's a feature you probably never noticed Apple even added. So if someone were to steal your phone, this is what they would do. They would obviously get your phone, and on the lock screen, they would just swipe down from the top right to the control center and click on airplane mode, and you're not able to track your phone no more. So how can you change it to where you can't access the control center when you're on your lock screen? So obviously you're able to track your phone if someone were to steal it. Let me show you how to do it. So what you want to do is go to settings, go to Face ID and passcode, type in your passcode, swipe down to the bottom, and turn off all these switches. Now, once you've done that, as you can see, they can no longer access your control panel, your notification center, and your phone is good for a solid 5 hours unless they take it back to the computer and probably do stuff to it. Here's some 3 key differences that you'll notice between Samsung's UI and Google's UI that you actually care for. Number 1 has to be if a song is playing in the background, you can literally see the title of the song on your lock screen on the Google Pixel phone. As you can see, but on Samsung, that is not an option. Number 2 has to be the UI is literally completely different. If you swipe up on a Google phone, you get this. If you swipe up on a Samsung phone, you get this. If you swipe down on a Samsung phone, you get that. And if you swipe down on a Google phone, you get that. As you can see, they are completely different, not just in color, but literally, I mean, they look like 2 different phones because they are. Number 3, the power button and the volume placement is completely different on both phones. Like on a Google Pixel, which is what I have in my hands, the power button's at the top while the volume button is at the bottom, as you can see. But if we look at the Samsung, it is the exact opposite, which is better, but I prefer the Google's. But the Samsung is better because every other company does it this way.
For years now, AI can remove unwanted people and objects from photos. 1 minute is easy. But a 30-second video with 60 frames per second? That was just not possible. Until now. The new Qualcomm AI engine delivers video object eraser on Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. Just tap on what you want to remove and poof, it's gone. Now you can create the perfect.
Why would we want to farm vertically? There's a reason that libraries don't spread their books all over the floor. They stack them up on shelves. Vertical farms do the same thing for agriculture. Companies like Plenty are leading the charge at making them mainstream.
Going vertical allows us to put a lot more product in a single spot.
We can condense about 700 acres of farmland into the size of a big box retail store. And we harvest 365 days a year. We were able to condense the growth cycle to about 10 days for a lot of our products, which is about a 700% increase in yield. We are doing that all while saving about 1 million gallons of water per week and using about 1% of the land.
In an indoor farm, we put water in the root zone. They take the water up, they transpire that water, and then that water gets sucked into our air handling units. We condense it all and put it right back in the system. So 99% of the water that's transpired in the field is captured and recirculated in our farms.
If you're an advanced civilization and you wish to communicate to a backward civilization, you talk slow and simple. Our technology just barely has come to the point where we're able to send spacecraft to probe in a halting and tentative way the nearby planets, and in which we're able to construct large radio telescopes to see if anyone is sending us a message. Well, nearest star is a little more than 4 light years away, so if we got a message today, it left that star 4 years ago. You look at the sun, you're not seeing it now, you're seeing it 8 minutes ago, because it took 8 minutes for light to travel at the speed of light from the sun to the Earth. Question of how you would recognize a signal as intelligent, it would be so regular. The only possibility would be that it was intelligent, and then you would look for the more detailed message, either at faster time resolution or at some adjacent frequency or something of that sort. The remarkable thing is that for all of the history of mankind, people have wondered about intelligence elsewhere. This is the first time that we have the competence and ability to actually do such a search, and we're just beginning.
I've been testing out the new Cyborg 15 gaming laptop from MSI, and not only is this laptop beautiful with its cyberpunk inspired design, but it's also extremely practical. I've been able to get a ton of work done on it, like planning out my videos, and even more intense tasks, like editing videos in DaVinci Resolve. But not only that, it's great for getting gaming sessions in on games like Star Citizen as well. As an entry-level gaming laptop, the Cyborg 15 is really well rounded for all kinds of tasks, even basic ones like checking email or placing Amazon orders. MSI really came through with the value on this one.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo,
yeah.
no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into
AI is about to change video games forever. Take a look at this clip from NVIDIA that was shown last week at Computex 2023.
Hey Jen, how are you?
Unfortunately, not so good.
How come?
I am worried about the crime around here. It's gotten bad lately. My ramen shop got caught in the crossfire.
That NPC was communicating using entirely AI. None of that was scripted. The player communicates with NPCs who listen, react, and respond in real time, all generated by AI. And get this, all of those expressions are AI generated as well.
Try there.
Okay.
Not only is this huge for interactivity in games, but imagine entire worlds that change and adapt with every decision you make.
Chaos in the city. He may be the root of this violence.
This is a huge step forward for video games. Here's 3 things I dislike about having a Google Pixel phone. Number 1 has to be the emojis. I mean, look at them. They're not good. They're awful. They really need to change them. You'll get bullied if you get caught using these. Number 2 has to be the power button and volume placement. I mean, I prefer the power button being above the volume like how it is on Google Pixel phones, but every other smartphone company that's in Android does it the other way around. So I don't think them going on their own path is a good idea, even though I prefer it. And number 3, I wish the phones got brighter. I mean, they get bright, but other Androids go brighter, and you can tell when you're outdoor and the sun's blaring on your phone. But when you're inside, it's not that big of a deal.
Did you know Wi-Fi started with a failed space experiment? In the 1960s, scientists were on a groundbreaking quest, detecting enigmatic black holes, yet their quest met with unexpected challenges. The technology they developed was struggling. The signals, intended to unveil the mysteries of the universe, were distorted and unclear. But as they say, necessity is the mother of invention. From this setback arose an innovative algorithm, one that could clear up and refine these distorted radio signals. This very algorithm became a cornerstone in what we now recognize as Wi-Fi, bridging gaps and connecting the world. From its initial applications in radio astronomy, this technology was adapted and evolved. It wasn't just about cleaning up signals from the vast universe anymore. It was about enhancing communication on our very own planet. Every download, every video call, every moment we go online, we're leveraging a legacy that started not just in a lab, but among the stars.
Check out this retro Macintosh charger. This is the 67 watt GAN retro charger from Shargeek. Its design was inspired by the original Macintosh and it looks so good. Normally chargers don't really catch my eye, but this one did, especially because of its LED display that shows matrix rain on idle or shows the output of the watts when you're charging your devices. It's got 3 USB-C ports on it, allowing you to charge all of your devices up to 67 watts. This really is just such a unique little device, but it'll run you $80. Let me know, is the nostalgia worth it?
These flying cars are racing in the Australian outback. Kind of reminds you of this. In the coming year, Airspeeder is looking to hold man races here in the desert with astronauts, test pilots, and race car drivers to pilot the next generation eVTOLs, powered in part by hydrogen. The hope is that bringing sport and competition into the world of flying cars will be able to move the industry forward faster, kind of like how Formula One has led to innovations that push the auto industry forward. Well, what do you think? Would you watch this?
Don't get me wrong, I love my iPhone 13, but it's been slowing down recently, and it's noticeable. I mean, I know it's a 2-year-old phone, but it shouldn't be slowing down this bad. I've already powered it off and stuff, and resetted it. It's not horrible. It's still usable, obviously. But I've noticed, like, the animations are still there. Like, right now, as you can see, it's still smooth, but every so often, it will, like, glitch or do, like, a weird lag, and it's kind of annoying. But I guess I have to deal with it now because it's a 2-year-old device, but currently, my iPhone 11 is running smoother than my 13, but it might just be an iOS 17 issue because my iPhone 11 is still on iOS 16. So, yeah.